Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, WDRB Media, the voice of the community. We're here for a little information and a little bit of inspiration. You're listening to Lab Certified. I'm your host, Andre Speech. We got a special guest back in studio today, Mr. Duane Goodman, here to talk a little bit more about his basketball journey. If you listened to last week's show, part one, we talked about his high school journey, his college journey. Now we're gonna take it on to the pro part of his life. So when we discussed your college, we ended up with how you adjusted your play, got used to playing the right way. When you started having dreams of playing at the next level, you kind of discussed G League was the route you wanted to go. Where did that G League trip take you?
So with the G League, I seen there was a space in it where they started doing G League tryouts, and I knew that was a big space in terms of allowing people to get the opportunity to be placed in front of everybody. So I took the liberty, and it was fresh off COVID and everything, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna attend as much as I can.
Yeah.
So, because of course, like, you only get one opportunity a lot of these times. So I looked on the list and I seen that there was gaps in between tryout dates, and I did 5 G League tryouts, which is unheard of.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of money, it's a lot of time, and
it's a lot of travel.
right. And so I was like, you know what, like, shoot, what if one of these people say yes?
Yep.
And I believed in my ability, and I knew I had what it takes to be a role player. I had what it takes to be a complimentary piece to whatever team. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of times the D1 guys and high major people, they're first priority. But I knew if I could sneak my way on, I'd give it a go, and did 5.
And I've said all along when we've discussed your pro journey that all you need to do is get in front of the right coach and just play and do what you normally do, and somebody's gonna like it because of your attitude, your work ethic, your motor. It's what coaches like. It's what coaches love in a player. So I always knew if you got in front of the right people, the right thing, the right outcome would happen. You talked about your G League trials. I wanted to be part of your journey along the way. I actually was on my way back from a trip to Australia, and you were doing a tryout in Mexico.
Yep.
Right, in Mexico. Yep. So we met you in San Diego when we got back from Australia, and we took the ride down to Mexico. Yep. Tell the audience a little bit about that trip.
Okay, so I appreciate you for the opportunity as well. Definitely you've seen value in what I'm doing, and so of course, I was thinking in the passion of like, okay, being the pro for role player, what I'm saying, doing my thing, and not looking like I want to just be like a selfish player, but try to fit a role, right? And so this kind of goes back to what we talked about last week, where like sometimes, like, if you're trying to stand out, you got to stand out.
You got to stand out. You
do. And so what I didn't understand was, like, I thought, oh, if I just be a ball hog out here, like, it might work out.
Yeah.
And if I be a ball hog out here, it's not going to work out.
It's not going
to work out. So, I'm taking my shots here and there, but I'm playing defense, doing the dirty work, kicking out and stuff. And the coaches loved it in the sense of what they seen. But I think what it came down to was, like, I'm not dominant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can find another guy who does that, and he's from Oregon.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
one thing that I talked to you about after we left that tryout in Mexico, as a point guard, right? As a point guard, you need to run the show, control the team. You should be bringing the rock up the court, because at the pro level, if the shooting guard and small forward are bringing the rock up more than the point, what's the point of you being out there?
Right.
You know? So, I thought that was a big area of opportunity in that particular tryout, that I saw. Obviously, your work ethic was cool. You played hard. You played defense. All of those things were cool. But if you're trying to show them you can play the point, you need to be showing them you can play the point.
Right.
You know. Yeah. Let's get a little bit more detailed into that G League tryouts. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Duane Goodman. You're listening to Lab Certified. I'm your host, Andre Speech. We'll be right back after the break. Stay tuned. We back at it. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Lab Certified. I'm your host, Andre Speech. We're continuing our discussion with Duane Goodman. So, Duane, we was talking about your G League tryout in Mexico. Tell me a little bit more about how that went. What was the outcome of that one?
Yep. So I made great connections with the president at the time and one of the assistant coaches. They definitely loved my game, and especially seeing like how I played. But I kind of got a different realization with one of the assistant coaches when they told me that you have to be a standout. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't just be one of the other guys, especially if it gets to the point where if all the G League guys get sent home, like, are you ready to be that guy? Yeah. Like, if the opportunity presents itself. And so they just said basically, like, nobody, like, for the most part, nobody really showcased that they could be the main person if it came down to it. So I took on a new mentality at that point, especially with, you know, when I get an opportunity, lock in, you know what I'm saying? Because Mexico City was my last opportunity, my last chance. And after I talked to the assistant coach, it made me sit down and think like, okay, like if anybody's in front of me, I gotta go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kill. I gotta kill. So like the being nice and being passive, and yeah, like if you're passive in this industry of basketball, and especially pro and anything, like they're gonna pass you by. Because we can't go to war with somebody who's gonna be like, oh, you got it. Like, especially point guard, like you said, like you got to be the leader. You got to take initiative. You got to be the guy that sets the pace. And if you can't set the pace and you're passive, like you're gonna just get eaten by the sharks that's there. So,
you said that was your last of the G League tryouts.
5. Yep.
So after 5 different G League tryouts, you still haven't made a team.
No.
That's got to be super frustrating. So. You know, what's your thought process through all that, and where does it take you from there?
Yeah. So my thought process after that point was I don't regret any of them. And because I didn't play like high level in college, you know, like I said, like D3, NAIA, even D2, a lot of the guys aren't thinking professional basketball. A lot of them are just thinking like, all right, I'm gonna get a job after this.
Yep.
So all those guys in those trials was thinking, I need a job. So from that point, I treated everything like a job. Like I was eating better. I was eating fruit every day. I was drinking water. I was drinking a gallon of water, doing my 3 workouts a day. Like it was just a different mentality that came into it. And so of course it was frustrating, but it was just like, all right, when I get my next opportunity, I'm gonna kill.
Yep.
And so you know, fast forward now, it's gonna get a lot of y'all. I fast forward a year, about a year.
It was a long time.
It was a long time. So it was that summertime, another year, and then a couple months.
And some change.
Before I got a call from this guy who been watching me on social media. Shout out to Ty, and he basically was like, "Hey, I got an opportunity in the 2nd division in Georgia, the country." And said, "Hey,
where exactly is Georgia? Tell the audience where Georgia is, not Atlanta."
Yeah, not Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of y'all gonna think that, but this is eastern part of Europe, so super far over in Europe, and
kind of near Russia, in the vicinity of Russia,
for sure. Yep, kind of near Armenia, in that area right there. So I never heard of Georgia before, and all I knew was I need opportunity, and opportunities haven't came. You know what I'm saying? So when the opportunity knocks, you got to go through the door. You got to go. Open the door to the opportunity. So when I got over there, it was, you know, my shower barely ran water through it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, oh man, it was crazy. I had spiders crawling over my head. You know what I'm saying? My first situation, I was like, look, I'm happy I'm even here.
I'm happy I'm here. Yep.
It's been a year and like a half before I had my last opportunity with the G League tryouts. I was like, all I need is a chance.
Yep.
And the first game, I scored 27 points. I had 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And of course, and even though we lost, I hit Dre right after. I said, I went crazy. I had 27, 6 and 6, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, it was like, that was my opportunity. Like, and I showcased that I stayed ready. And then the second game, I had 27 points again, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And
you feeling good at that point?
At that point, it was like, okay, the work, like
it's paying off.
It's paying off. You know what I'm saying? The second game, they was trying to blitz me on ball screens and all stuff, and I scored 27 again. You know what I'm saying? And that was second division in Georgia. And you know, and after that, the first place team in the top division in Georgia, TSU, they hit me like, hey, like we got a spot for you. You trying to slide? Like, and I took it.
Yeah,
it's top division.
Of course you did.
Top division is the best team. It's the for sure. So yeah, I took that on. So stay ready until the opportunity came.
So you know that experience in Georgia. Now you've got your feet wet at the pro level. You went through a season. You come back. I'm excited to see you. You know, and where does it go from there?
Yeah. So you know, came back and I was like, all right, boom. Like, hey, I got my foot in the door now. Now I'm gonna always keep getting jobs and keep doing this and keep doing that. And sadly, that didn't happen.
That's not the case.
That's not the case.
Change your plans again. You know.
Denied.
But at least you probably experienced it, and you know you can do it at that level, and your confidence level is high. So as the months, days start to pass from Georgia, where does it take you from there? So
it was literally almost a year before I got my next opportunity in the Costa Rica League. And you know, the guy hit me up and said, hey, my team, we need a guard now. Can you be out here in 4 days? And like I said, opportunities don't come around a lot.
Bags packed, I'm out.
Hey, I told my job that day, hey, I can't come in the rest of the week. I gotta pack, I gotta get ready to go. Tell my peoples, hey, love y'all, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I've been saying, like being a guard, especially, you know, 6'1", like there's a dime a dozen of those. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no resume for real, so it's just like, bro, like this is a resume builder. You gotta make it happen. So I left to Costa Rica again, did my thing, averaged about 20. I had a game out there where I had 37 points, 7 threes. Yeah, like I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I stayed ready. And like I've been saying, telling a lot of y'all, especially everybody looking right now, like you gotta be ready for your next opportunity. And your opportunity, like I've been saying, it could be months away, a year away, 2 years, but when
or tomorrow, like whenever it happens, you gotta be ready to show up. And those days where you're like, I'm gonna stay in bed, I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna go party, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off, I'm gonna take a week off, because it's like, why work hard now? I mean, I ain't getting nothing, but you never know when that phone is gonna ring. Right. You know. Yeah. Especially if you love it. If you love it and you really dying for this, like this opportunity, you gotta stay ready because it could happen. I always kept up with you, whether you were in Georgia or you were in, you know, South America, and one thing I saw, you had a nice little drive. You went down the lane and took off. You looked like Russell Westbrook on the lane. Tell me about where the hops come from all of a sudden. Is it that good South American air? Where did that come from?
Okay, so it's a combination of I don't know if you heard about Lab City. So you know what I'm saying, like Lab City, you know what I'm saying, it's called lab work. So in the lab work, you on the Vertimax, you know what I'm saying, on the box jumps, you know what I'm saying, you doing a lot of stuff.
Kobe drill.
Kobe drills used to hurt. And I'm gonna put a video right here of what we used to do. He was wilding. Like, anyway, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that combination of that, and then like you said, like playing with that drive, that energy, and just like passion for the game. So now I'm thinking like, all right, boom, like whatever I do, I'm trying to get the fans in it. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. Especially just my only opportunity for overseas right now, I gotta make the most of it. So I'm thinking every time I go to the basket, I'm thinking dunk, 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 and then I caught somebody, and that felt great. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
that was a nice one. That was Sports Center worthy.
Hey, look, as soon as I did it, I said stock went up. Stock went up.
Stock price alert.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah. So now I'm not a 6'1" guard that can shoot. Now I'm a 6'1" guard. Hold on, he can dunk. All right, so yeah, that's it. That's all I needed.
That's right.
Yep.
I love this conversation. Let's take a quick break. and we'll get back to it. We got Duane Goodman in studio today. This is part 2 of his interview. We'll continue his basketball journey. Stay tuned. You're listening to Lab Certified. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we back at it. WDRB Media, the voice of the community. You're listening to Lab Certified. I'm your host, Andre Speech. If you're just tuning in, this is part 2 interview with Duane Goodman. We've been talking about his basketball journey from high school, getting cut from his teams, to college, learning how to play the right way, to G League tryouts, not making any teams, to his pro experience where he finally made some teams. Now we're talking about his time in Costa Rica. You know, I think he just got back. Have you been back a week yet? Was it about a week?
About a week and a half.
Mm-hmm. So now that you've had 2 pro contracts, what's your thought process? What are you looking for? What are you doing? How are you staying ready for what's to come?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing, I took got my jobs now and got some resume on me. I think the biggest thing was having that mentality can take you a long way, like the killer mentality. And that's like when I had my best games, I was locked in and like I didn't care who was in front of me. I think the games I had, the worst games where I was overthinking. I was thinking, what happens if this? What if my percentage goes down? What if I'm shooting bad? Because overseas it's about percentages at that point.
Yep.
Like
it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game. It's business. Just staying in the moment, staying present, and just moving forward. Now it's just continue to build that resume. Especially if my goal is to get G League, get the NBA. Now it's okay. Boom. Now you gotta do the right stuff, get to the right places, meet the right people. Because I'm sure we're gonna talk about this another day, but the connections is literally what's
it's almost the most important part.
Yeah,
the connections
before the skills. Because there's dudes who get no shade. The people who can get indoors that they're not even worthy of, but they know the right people.
They know the right people.
Yep. So I've been making connections, and I don't turn an ear to anybody. Like it could be a dude in the crowd, I'm gonna dap him up. Hey, thank you for coming.
Yep.
It could be a coach that don't even coach anymore. Hey, thank you for liking my post on my story. I'm cherishing every part of this overseas thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because that could be the difference between me getting a job and me staying home another 8 months.
Totally.
Another year. So.
Like as I look at your videos and everything while you were playing over there, you look truly happy and like you was really embracing all the experiences. You were embracing all the people. I saw you out there with kids and giving high fives, and the basketball experience at the pro level is one that very few people get to experience. Yep. And I'm so happy to see that you get to be part of that select few that play at the professional level, and see that it's more to this basketball stuff than just the basketball. It's a business first. Correct. The basketball part is the fun part, but it's a business to it. So as you're meeting people, making connections, negotiating contracts and all of that thing, you got to understand that's all part of the business. As we talk about the business side of it, talk a little bit about the brand that you're building with your advertisements and all that part of it. Talk a little bit about that.
Yep. Because like you said, it's building that brand, building that connection with the people. Like I think people think like, all right, I'm gonna be a professional athlete and that's it. But in reality, that's just half the battle. Like you know what I'm saying? That's like cherish the people that's taking the time to even look at your post.
Your posts, your
coming
videos.
Out to see you in person. And like every single person that comes to see me play, or just like, oh, I love you, like I love your game. Like I'm cherishing that person. I'm taking it in because, like I said, like that person can donate something to you, a charity, or that person can buy something from you. That person can like help, fund you, whatever it may be. Like, and it doesn't have to be monetary or anything, but just cherishing everybody. And I think what the brand I'm building right now is like just making that person feel like they're my family. Like you're not a fan. Like with me, it's you're literally like my brother, my sister, my aunt, my auntie. Like you're part of my family. So yeah, I think that's the brand I'm building right now. Is just that love and appreciation back to them, because you didn't have to do that.
Correct.
You didn't have to show love to me, but you did. And so because you're doing that, hey man, like, I love it.
All right. Before we get out of here, you know, I'm big on marketing and branding and everything.
Yep.
Tell the audience a little bit about Goody World. What's Goody World all about?
Hey man, I'm glad you asked that. You know what I'm saying? So Goody World is a mental health brand, was dedicated for you to see to another day. And all my item of clothing has a mental health affirmation that only you can read. So for example, on this one, it's 988. That's the suicide prevention hotline that you can read in the mirror. So shirts is like mirrored, or maybe on the sleeve it's upside down only for you to read it, and stuff like that is that's my brand, because like I said, it's not about like the highs in life, it's also just everything in life, you know what I'm saying? And there's lows too. So I just want to make sure people see that you're worth it in life and you're worthy of life, so just to keep going every single day. So Goody World is literally just for you to see to another day.
I like it. I appreciate you being in here, man. That's super inspirational. I love your story. I'm glad you came in 2 weeks to share your journey, share everything you've been through, and I wish you nothing but the best. We're gonna keep working in the lab. You know how we do it. For the audience, you've been listening to Lab Certified. I'm your host, Andre Speech. Duane, be sure to give them your social medias again. How can they find you?
So you can find me at I Hoop with God on Instagram and all my social media. And I just want to give a really quick shout out to Dre. Like, you've done nothing but help my life in every aspect, and I appreciate you, and give you your flowers while you're here.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Until next week, be sure to tune in Wednesday, 7 p.m. Lab Certified. I'll catch y'all later. Be blessed. We out.
Sir.